Why Middle Township High School? Because middle makes a difference. In the classroom, educators at Middle motivate. When it comes to the arts, our Panthers perform. Middle's Navy cadets take command. On the field and on the court, Middle Township Panthers play to win. Everyone's story is unique at Middle Township. In fact, diversity is our strength. Panthers are prepared for the next steps after high school. So why Middle Township High School? Because middle makes a difference. The Panther Experience. It's not just 4 years, it's for life. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Cape May Courthouse for state playoff basketball. It's the girls' South Jersey Group 2 semifinal round as the top-seeded Middle Township Panthers get set to take on the 4-seed, the Haddonfield Bulldogs. Mike Frankel on the call with you here tonight. Ethan Lees up here on our camera this evening. This is a sectional semifinal. Middle Township looking for its 4th consecutive sectional crown. Panthers coming off a three-peat, one more victory to get back to that South Jersey final, and it's Haddonfield standing in the way. The Bulldogs come in with a mark of 21-8 under head coach Jackie Mulligan. Middle Township coming in with a mark of 24-4 under head coach John Leahy. Starters being introduced for both teams as we speak here. Haddonfield will be wearing their road white uniforms for this one with black numerals and black and red trim. Middle Township receiving a bye in the opening round, so just one playoff game so far. Of course, the Panthers won the Cape Atlantic League Tournament Championship, so coming off some competitive basketball in recent weeks, but did get a little extra time off. The Panthers opening with a relatively easy victory over Cedar Creek in the quarterfinals, 66-29 on Saturday. Haddonfield has had to play 2 so far as part of the traditional bracket, opening with a win over Barnegat, 63-22, before edging Collingswood in the quarterfinal round, 32-27. Starters for Middle Township, it'll be junior Ainsley Frederick, along with senior Reagan Powell, senior Maya Robinson, senior Abby Capoletti, and senior Sarah Farrow. So 4 seniors and a junior. The starting 5 that head coach John Leahy has gone with for much of the season here. And the winner will take on Cinnaminson. Cinnaminson already advancing to the sectional final. That game was moved up as the Pirates beat Haddon Heights by a final of 49-40 last night. So the second-seeded Cinnaminson Pirates waiting in the sectional final against one of these 2 teams. Of course, Middle Township, if the Panthers advance as the 1 seed, that game will be right here on Tom Farraco Court, tentatively set for Friday evening at 5 o'clock. Of course, if Haddonfield pulls off the upset here tonight, then the Bulldogs would have to travel to Cinnaminson on Friday. These teams last met back in 2003. That was also a South Jersey Group 2 semifinal. Middle winning that one, 49-22. Not too many players still on the floor here tonight that played in that one. A couple of them, though, including Middle Township senior Abby Capoletti, who saw time in that one as a freshman. Starters for Haddonfield, it'll be Molly Mulligan wearing number 2. Avery Sines wearing number 11. Sarah Gavayan wearing number 15. Marlena Kadar wearing number 25. And last but not least, Chloe Rusk wearing number 32. Haddonfield in white, as we mentioned, moving right to left on your screen in this first half. Middle Township in their traditional home black uniforms. Panthers will be moving left to right on your screen. Brief delay as we wait for all 3 officials to re-enter the court. The third emerges. Now that same official going through his jacket for his table. So while we sort whatever this is out, chance to remind you that tonight's game is brought to you by the Bellevue Tavern in Cape May Courthouse, located at 9 South Main Street in historic downtown Cape May Courthouse. He was getting his whistle. He didn't have his whistle over there. Bellevue Tavern is open for lunch and dinner and is also ready to host your next private party. Who among us hasn't been there trying to ref a game without a whistle? It's not an easy task. All 3 have whistles, and we are underway. Or are we? False start. Spoke too soon. We'll re-jump here. Now we are officially underway. I think it's finally safe to say that. So Middle Township controls the tip, and the Panthers go to work on offense. The Haddons matching up man-to-man to begin the night defensively. This is Farrow, dumps it into the post, wide open. Ainsley Frederick for 2. And now the Panthers setting up some full court pressure here. Haddons get it across, some numbers here. Rusk backs it out for the moment, and now Sines will slow things down. Top of the key, this is Gavayan, the freshman, one of the top players on this Haddonfield squad, taken away by Maya Robinson. Capoletti a little bit too tall, though, as she was looking for Frederick to her right, and the Panthers turn it over. Middle setting up in a zone look defensively here. And another steal. Frederick comes away with it ahead to Farrow, who deflected it to begin with. Little bump, left the layup short. Reagan Powell, the offensive rebound. Out to Capoletti, one more Farrow. She'll drive. Had that poked away. Nope, she lost it. They'll say last touched by Middle. So it'll go right back over to the Haddons. Haddonfield, of course, out of the Colonial Conference. Beating the pressure here, 2-on-1. Rusk had it go through her hands, able to regather. Gives it up, gets it back. She'll try a 3 from the corner. That one way too strong. Frederick, good box out on the backside as she controls the rebound. Here's Powell. Crossover, went off her knee. Another turnover for Middle. Haddonfield pushing the tempo. Sines turned away inside, and Haddonfield turns it right back over. So a sloppy start to this one. Multiple turnovers from both teams. Still a 2-0 game, more than a minute and a half gone by. So baseline out of bounds here for Haddonfield. Mulligan looking for some options. And again, the Haddons turn it over. Here's Frederick. Leahy calls out the set. Cappelletti goes to work, dribble handoff. Now they go high post Farrow. Turns, spins, turned away, fading away. Tough shot there. And the rebound corralled by Mulligan. Mulligan is a senior. Signs a sophomore. We mentioned Gavayan, a freshman. KERR is a senior. So a little bit of youth out there. Certainly not as quite the veteran squad for Haddonfield that Middle Township has. Here's Mulligan, turns the corner, top of the key. Finds a cutting teammate, and that time it was Rusk that left it a little bit short. So the Haddons still looking for their first points of the night. Frederick thought about a three in the corner. Instead, they go up top. Robinson drives, Maya, glass, too strong. Rebound corralled by KERR. Nearly 3 minutes gone by, 2-0 our score. Middle Township on top in the South Jersey Group 2 semifinal. Gavayan picked up her dribble, gets it over to the wing here for Signs. Now back up top to Molly Mulligan. Middle matching up man-to-man now, so switching defensive looks early on in this one. Seen a little bit of everything defensively from Middle so far. Seen some full court pressure. Some zone in the half court, now some man. The blow by here, Gavayan, she'll try an open three in the corner. Can't get it to go. Good box out, Cappelletti leads to a run out for Farrow. Ahead to Frederick, Ainsley for two. Off the assist there from Sarah Farrow. Baseball pass ahead. Rusk gets it across. Into the corner now, Mulligan drives baseline, tough shot. That was blocked actually by Reagan Powell, so it'll stay with Haddonfield. First substitute of the game here. It'll be Quinn Langle, a freshman into the lineup for Chloe Rusk. Good action, baseline out of bounds, easy two, Sarah Gavayan. So first bucket of the game for the Haddons, for the freshman. Haddonfield back within two. We were already midway through this first quarter. No fouls called yet in this one. Cappelletti for three, down it goes. So Abby hits the triple, and the lead is now 5. Haddons get it across, Signs, skip pass, Gavayan into the corner, Mulligan. She'll try to answer, couldn't get the roll. Robinson the rebound. Pushes ahead. Frederick again leaking out, hangs, missed, didn't have the angle right. Robinson chases it down on the baseline, saves it to Powell. Cappelletti picks up her dribble, goes back to Reagan Powell. Now the Panthers will pull it out and set something up here. Powell around a high screen, stop and pop from the elbow, left that one way short, and it'll belong to Haddonfield. Another change here for the Haddons. This will be number 14, Ella Miller. Miller is a junior. She replaces KERR. Into the corner. Here comes the trap. Trouble over there. And another turnover as the Panthers force it, as Langle couldn't find an option to get out of that corner. Cappelletti around a screen. Now she'll back it out. She'll pull for three. That shot may have been blocked or at least altered. They're going to say the Panthers touched it last. And John Leahy wants to talk things over. A couple changes when we come out of the timeout. It'll be the sophomore checking in, Hannah O'Neill, along with senior Lexi Davis. But first, the timeout on the floor. Tonight's game also brought to you in part by ULMER'S Appliance Repair. For all of your household appliance repair needs, call ULMER'S Appliance Repair, 609-368-4444. Penn Jersey Building Materials is your South Jersey home for concrete and concrete accessories. Penn Jersey offers a variety of products for both the professional and do-it-yourselfer. Locations throughout New Jersey are easily accessible, and new products are introduced weekly. Visit penn-jersey.net for more information and a list of their locations. Tonight's game also brought to you in part by CORRADO Painting, an MTHS alumni owner-operated company with talented, long-term employees known for their attention to detail and clean work environment. Since 2009, their courteous and professional painters have been servicing residential and commercial clients in Cape May County. Call 609-602-7807 for further information. That's CORRADO Painting. Middle Township live streams also brought to you by 7 Mile Pies, by Haven House, by MENZ Coastline Realty, by Victorious Boutique in Cape May, by Amanda MILSTEAD, SOTHEBY'S International Realty, by Sue White, Hub International Insurance, and by Panthers in Action. So here we go, out of the timeout. Davis, O'Neal joining the lineup for middle. Back to this zone look defensively, a 1-3-1 and another steal. Hannah O'Neal comes up with it. Pass ahead. It was on the money to Robinson, but Mai just couldn't grab it in stride. It's actually a pretty good pass, but it's turned over, so it'll go right back to Haddonfield. Robinson ready to meet the ball handler at midcourt. Haddons get it across. Now here comes the trap, saved by the Haddons. Skip pass, good ball movement here. Gavian will try a three, well short. Chance for an offensive rebound, but Langle just couldn't squeeze it down low. 7-2 Middle Township, 2:10 to go here in the opening quarter. Powell into the corner, Davis. Back to Robinson, drives. O'Neal has it. Back to Davis, she'll try a three. Back iron, no good, and the rebound corralled by Langle. Here's Mulligan. Middle stays in the 1-3-1, nearly taken away. Mulligan on the drive. Left that one well short. Davis the rebound. Outlet pass to Powell. Powell looking for O'Neal. That pass was tipped. It'll stay with middle. Alexandra Corbett checks into the lineup for the first time. Capoletti to trigger here. Gets it in O'Neal. O'Neal on the drive. Layup off the mark. Davis the rebound. She had it knocked away. Comes back up with it though. Davis, skip pass back to O'Neal. One minute to play here in the first. Here's Powell. Over to Maya Robinson. Robinson drives. Good defense down low, and the rebound to boot by KERR. Here's Signs with it. Gavian left open. She drives, kicks, turns it over. Capoletti has it. Middle, trying to get some numbers here. Capoletti looking for Robinson. That pass is off the mark. More changes for middle here as Leahy goes a little deeper into his bench early. It'll be Ella Leahy checking in for the first time, along with Izzy Miller. Here's Gavian to the near wing. Signs, they work it back. Corbett, dribble drive to Mulligan in the corner, turned away. Under 20 seconds to go. Haddonfield still just sitting on 2 points in this opening quarter. Just 9 points combined between these teams. Baseline drive, Gavian, and the finish. Four seconds, Powell has to hurry. Two, Powell, deep three on the way, online and good! Reagan Powell to beat the buzzer. The senior hits the deep three as middle closes out the quarter in style. After one, the Panthers on top, 10-4. Middle Township Athletics live streams are being brought to you by ULMER'S Appliance Repair, by 7 Mile Pies, by the Bellevue Tavern, by Haven House, by CORRADO Painting, and by MENZ Coastline Realty. Middle Township Athletics live streams are being brought to you by Victorious Boutique in Cape May, Amanda Milstead, Sotheby's International Realty, Penn Jersey Building Materials, Sue White, Hub International Insurance, and by Panthers in Action. Second quarter about to get underway here in Cape May Courthouse. Big time buzzer beater there from Reagan Powell. Deep three and a heads up play from the senior. She knew exactly how much time she had to work with. Didn't launch it from midcourt, knew she had an extra second there. Got herself a better look. So 10-4 our score after one. Mike Frankel on the call with you for this South Jersey Group 4 semifinal. Ethan Lee's on our camera tonight. Izzy Miller stays on the floor, gets it over to Powell. Haddon's going zone defensively. Powell drives, couldn't get the roll, gets her own miss though, and then taken away down low by KERR. Avery signs with the basketball, the sophomore. Gavayan up top, into the corner now for Rusk. Back to Gavayan. Kick to the corner. Mulligan has it. Signs. Here's Russ. Good patience by Haddonfield. KERR off the glass, no good. Ball is still loose down there. And they're going to say last touched by Middle Township. The officials reminding the players to tuck their shirts in here, which is the reason for the holdup. Into KERR, and she's off the mark, a little bit too far to the right. Here's Frederick back on the floor, ahead to Powell. Powell, and she was fouled on the drive, which I believe is the first foul of the game. Don't think any were called in that first quarter. So they get Sarah Gavayan for that. Her first, obviously, team's first of the second period. Powell to Miller. Here's Leahy now. Frederick back to Leahy. She's left open for three, and nothing but net. Ella Leahy knocks down the triple off the bench. Gavayan, low post, tough angle there, and that pass was just too far off the mark for Marlena KERR to do anything with. So again, another turnover for Haddonfield. Panthers up by 9 now with the basketball. Nearly 2 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Reagan Powell drives baseline, and they're going to say last touch by Haddonfield. Reagan Leonard checks in for the first time for Haddonfield as Middle gets it in. Fredericks get past Davis. The jab step, drives, left hand. Good finish from the senior, Lexi Davis. There was some traffic. She had to navigate it on the way to the bucket. And now a timeout is taken by Haddonfield. So Middle with a strong start to the second period. 6-point lead after one. They've added 5 more points here with 5:55 remaining in the second. Panthers on top, 15-4. Panther live streams brought to you in part by the Bellevue Tavern in Cape May Courthouse, located at 9 South Main Street in historic downtown Cape May Courthouse. The Bellevue Tavern is open for lunch and dinner and is also ready to host your next private party. Action also brought to you by ULMER'S Appliance Repair. For all of your household appliance repair needs, call ULMER'S Appliance Repair at 609-368-4444. Middle Township boys also in action tonight at Haddonfield. On the boys' side in South Jersey Group 2, the Haddons are the 1 seed, Middle Township's the 4 seed, so a mirror image of this one. That game set to tip off at 6 o'clock, and the winner would get either the 2 seed Camden or the 3 seed Lower Cape May in the South Jersey final on Friday. So out of the timeout, Haddon's basketball. Signs, top of the key. Leonard gives way to Mulligan. Middle goes man-to-man here. Signs wants to reset. Here's KERR into the corner. Dribble handoff to Mulligan. Back to the corner, KERR. Leonard, good ball movement here. Good work defensively by Middle. Another long possession. So the Panthers making the Haddons earn those 4 points so far. KERR fakes the 3. 3 on the way from Rusk. That one won't go. Good blocks out down low by Reagan Powell. Capoletti ahead. Davis again drives, cut off this time, and she was fouled on the floor. Two changes upcoming, 3 changes upcoming for Haddonfield. 2 for Middle, so a number of players back in. For Haddonfield, those players include Gavayan. And for Middle, it'll be Farrow and Robinson back into the lineup. Davis and Leahy to the bench. Capoletti over the top. Maya Robinson to a cutting Frederick. Short jumper, no. Farrow almost came up with it. Now the ball is loose. We have a jump ball and possession arrow in favor of the Bulldogs. Lainey Barnes, one of the players checking in for Haddonfield. So head coach Jackie Mulligan going deep into her bench here in this first half. Dribble drive, turned away. Leonard kicks out. Gavayan, step back, wasn't there. Into the corner. And traveling is the call. So Haddonfield just having trouble getting anything going offensively right now. Nearly 12 minutes played here, just 4 points. Middle with this 11-point lead and the basketball. Capoletti on the move, kicks to the corner. Robinson will try a 3 and drill it. So the senior Maya Robinson gets her first points of the night from distance. She doesn't shoot a lot of those. That one looked like a good shot, though. She knocks it down as the lead continues to grow here for the Panthers. Gavayan pumps. Good defense from Powell to stay with her. KERR surveys the scene. Finds the cutter. Too strong, though, on the back end that time from Barnes. Here comes Reagan Powell. Hard drive, left it a little bit short. Farrow again with another rebound, trying to look down low for Powell. And that pass was too tall for her. So another timeout is taken by Haddonfield with 3:34 remaining in this second period. Middle in control of this one, 18-4. So this will be a full timeout. We mentioned it off the top, but third state playoff game here for the Bulldogs, taking care of Barnegat relatively easily in round 1, 63-22, and then a much tighter victory over Collingswood in the second round, the quarterfinals, 32-27, the final in that one. Middle, again, not getting an opening round game, receiving a bye. I believe the only public school in the state in which they did receive that bye, as the 16 seed opted out, and then the teams below also opted out. So Middle had some time to kill coming off of that Cape Atlantic League Tournament Championship where the Panthers beat Wildwood Catholic in Egg Harbor Township. but getting back on the court on Saturday with a victory over Cedar Creek. 66-29 was the final in that one. Game which saw all of the available Panthers players getting some action. Haddonfield basketball out of the timeout. Looks like Middle will set up in the 1-3-1 once again here. And another steal. Capoletti comes up with it. Abby pushing. Nice pass ahead. Robinson for the layup. So Robinson starting to heat up. So's Middle. 20-4. Danger time here for Haddonfield. Trying to stay connected heading into the break. That ball's poked away. Finally gathered on the near side here by Corbett. Deep shot on the way. Off the mark from Gavayan. Pass is tipped by Robinson. More numbers. Robinson. She had Farrow ahead. Couldn't find her right away. And they're going to say last touched by Middle. Middle continues to switch things up defensively, going back to man now. This will be Signs to walk it across. Under 3 to go here in the half. Gavayan thought about a 3. Top of the key, 3 on the way, and a much needed bucket that time as Haddonfield is able to hit out of the hands of Corbett. So Alex Corbett with the triple makes it a 13-point game. Farrow up top. Powell being double teamed, she hits anyway. Her second field goal of the half, the first, of course, the buzzer beater to end the first period. 22-7, 2 minutes to go. Gavayan picks up her dribble, goes to the corner, 3 on the way from Rusk. That one won't go. Ball's loose, dug out by Gavayan. Still bouncing around, and finally Middle comes up with it. Powell on the move once again. Powell all the way in as she navigates all that traffic to get 2 more. So Reagan Powell now with 7 to lead all scorers. Signs, dribble handoff, Gavayan. One more as they work this action at the top. Step back deep, 3 on the way. And that's off the mark from Signs. Rebound, Farrow. And then she was knocked down from behind. That's going to be a foul as Farrow then tripped. That's an intentional foul. So Farrow tripping Corbett there. So this is going to be free throws and possession for Haddonfield. Farrow didn't appreciate the knockdown behind the play. And then the retaliation is what the officials caught there. So an opportunity for Haddonfield to get a couple of points here from the line and then possession. This will be Gavayan to shoot 2. Sarah hits the first. Two for 2. So she's up to 6 points. And it'll be Davis and O'Neill back into the lineup. Farrow and Frederick get a breather. Signs walks it across, working against Powell. Dribble handoff Mulligan. Again, this action at the top here. Mulligan gets downhill, a little bit out of control, almost got it to go anyway. Davis with the rebound. Head to Powell, crosses over. Capoletti now. Drives, kicks, O'Neill. Davis thought about a 3, now she'll drive, had that knocked away, but again, she's fouled on the way in. This will be the third team foul. Stops the clock with 43 seconds remaining in the period. Personal foul on Rusk, her second. Cappelletti pulls from 3 and hits again. Second triple of the night for Abby Cappelletti. She's got 6. The lead continues to swell in the final moments here of this first half. Now 27-9. Top of the key, this is Tumulty who just checked into the lineup. Cameron Tumulty, a freshman. Baseline drive, Tumulty, pass to the corner. There were 2 Haddons there, neither one stayed. So a late turnover and a chance for Middle here. 6.2 seconds on the clock. Leahy hustles back to the scorer's table to check in for Robinson as Middle gets another shooter on the floor. Here we go. Cappelletti pushing, crosses midcourt, 3 seconds to go. Cappelletti, and was fouled on the 3-point attempt. So this will be 3 free throws for Cappelletti. So a heads-up play from the senior Cappelletti. She sensed that the defender was way too close there on that desperation heave. Able to draw the foul. She gets 2 more. So Abby trying to go 2 of 3 here. And she does. So Abby with 8, no time left for Haddonfield to do anything with it. And Middle Township well on its way. An even 20-point lead at halftime as the Panthers pull away in the second quarter and lead it 29-9 at the break. Stay with us, second half action to come in just a bit. Why Middle Township High School? Because middle makes a difference. In the classroom, educators at Middle motivate. When it comes to the arts, our Panthers perform. Middle's Navy cadets take command. On the field and on the court, Middle Township Panthers play to win. Everyone's story is unique at Middle Township. In fact, diversity is our strength. Panthers are prepared for the next steps after high school. So why Middle Township High School? Because middle makes a difference. The Panther Experience. It's not just 4 years, it's for life. Middle Township Athletics live streams are being brought to you by ULMER'S Appliance Repair, by 7 Mile Pies, by the Bellevue Tavern, by Haven House, by CORRADO Painting, and by MENZ Coastline Realty. Middle Township Athletics live streams are being brought to you by Victorious Boutique in Cape May, Amanda MILSTEAD, SOTHEBY'S International Realty, Penn Jersey Building Materials, Sue White Hub International Insurance, and by Panthers in Action.
Middle Township High School.
It's not just 4 years,
It's for life.
We are Middle Township.
We are Middle Township.
Halftime just wrapping up here in Cape May Courthouse in the South Jersey Group 2 semifinal. Middle Township in control, up 29-9 at the break. The Panthers led 10-4 after one and extended that lead to 20 at intermission. Mike Frankel on the call with you. Ethan Lee's on our camera here tonight. The winner moves on to face the 2-seed Cinnaminson on Friday. If Middle Township advances, that game would be right here, and we'd have that for you at 5 o'clock tentatively on Friday. First half scoring totals for Middle Township. Abby Capoletti leading the way with 8. Reagan Powell has 7. Maya Robinson with 5. Ainsley Frederick with 4. Ella Leahy 3 off the bench, and Lexi Davis 2 off the bench. For Haddonfield, Sarah Gavayan 6 points, and Alexandra Corbett with 3. And that's it, as the Haddons are sitting on just 9 points here heading into the third quarter. Haddonfield 21-8 overall. Wins over Barnegat and Collingswood in this bracket so far. Middle Township, the number 1 seed, 24-4. And a victory over Cedar Creek in the quarterfinals after an opening round bye. Starting 5 on the floor for Middle Township. Looks like the starting 5 also on the floor for Haddonfield, and we're underway here in the second half. That is Middle with the basketball, moving right to left. Robinson up top, Powell, back to Robinson. Cut off in the lane, kicks out, Capoletti, and they're going to say a foul on the floor here. Believe this will go against Chloe Rusk. That is her third, so a little bit of foul trouble there for Chloe Rusk. Capoletti inbounds here to Robinson. Powell guarded closely there by Signs. Capoletti for 3, that one was off the mark. Farrow, the offensive rebound. Frederick will try a 3 and rattle it home. So the offensive board there by Farrow sets up another opportunity for 3, and Frederick takes advantage of it. Gavayan picks up her dribble. Rusk on the wing. Guarded closely by Robinson. Into the corner for KERR. Switches places, back to Rusk, puts a shot up, short, and grabbed down there by Reagan Powell. Powell, Capoletti, steps into a 3, too strong. Robinson, the rebound, goes glass, didn't have the right angle there. Here come the Haddons the other way. Signs into the corner, Gavayan for 3, back iron, no good, Farrow the board. Capoletti up top, Reagan Powell. Top of the key, Robinson turns, kicks out, Powell, 3 on the way, short, and the rebound taken by Gavayan. She wants to push, turned away by Capoletti, gets it out, one more pass, Signs with a deep 3, almost went. Gavayan the offensive rebound, in some traffic though, somehow got it back and all that. Throws it, saves it in over her head, and it finds her teammate. Deep 3 on the way. Mulligan has to shoot that one from the hip, and that's short. Farrow, yet another rebound. Great pass, Capoletti ahead to Maya Robinson for 2. And quick 30-second timeout is taken by Middle as the Panthers continue to have the foot on the gas. 34-9 is our score. Panther live streams being brought to you in part by ULMER'S Appliance Repair, by 7 Mile Pies, by the Bellevue Tavern, by Haven House, by MENZ, Coastline Realty, by Victorious Boutique in Cape May, by Amanda MILSTEAD, Sotheby's International Realty, by Penn Jersey Building Materials, by Sue White, Hub International Insurance, by Panthers in Action, and by CORRADO Painting. So all Middle Township in this one, as the Panthers are about a quarter plus 6 minutes away from booking a return date to the South Jersey Group 2 final. Panthers chasing a 4th consecutive sectional crown. Gavayan. Skip pass. KERR catches, drives. Good pass to Rusk and the finish. First two of the night for Rusk. And Haddonfield is in double digits now with 11 points. Here's Robinson, top of the key, Farrow. Powell drives. Shot may have been blocked. Robinson comes up with it and ripped away by Rusk. Mulligan on the move. Crossover, turned away. Out to Rusk, KERR, quick trigger for three. Too strong. Again, good box out. And looks like they're going to get Maya Robinson behind the play there. Nope, they're actually going to get Powell, I beg your pardon. So it's the first personal on Powell. First team foul. Both teams now with one team foul. 5:02 remaining here in the third. Good action there. Signs the high arcing three. Again, she can't get it to go. Tipped out by Mulligan and saved to Gavayan. Gavayan. We had Robinson hit the deck that time. So another foul on middle. Lexi Davis checks in for Maya Robinson. This will be Molly Mulligan to inbound, the senior. Gets it into KERR, guarded by Farrow. Haddons will reset. Gavayan drives, tough floater shot from the baseline. Ball is still loose. Last touch by Frederick. Panthers operating with this 23-point lead if you're joining us late. Low-scoring first quarter as Reagan Powell hit a three to beat the buzzer. 10-4 after one, 29-9 at the half. 30-second timeout now taken by Haddonfield as Jackie Mulligan wants to talk things over with her group. So timeout on the floor. We mentioned it in the first half. The Middle Township boys also in action tonight at Haddonfield. Middle Township, the number 4 seed on the boys' side. Haddonfield, the 1 seed on the boys' side. One half of that boys South Jersey Group 2 bracket. The other half features another local team, Lower Cape May, the 3 seed, coming off a win over Pleasantville. Caper Tigers a tall task tonight as they are on the road against the 2 seed Camden. Camden, the back-to-back defending champion of South Jersey Group 2 on the boys' side. A couple other Cal girls teams falling in Group 3 last night as Ocean City and Mainland both lost. Gavayan for 3. Can't get it to go. Wildwood Catholic a victory on the girls' side last night. Farrow comes up with it. Jump ball. As Mulligan went flying as that whistle came in. So possession arrow to the Haddons. Egg Harbor Township also enters the night still alive on the girls' side in Group 4. Signs still can't hit that hurricane shot. Good hustle there by Davis, but she was the last to touch it. This game getting pretty physical for a 23-point margin. KERR gets it in, Signs. Rusk for 3, and it's good. So Rusk is up to 5 points. Starting 5 still on the floor for middle midway through this third quarter. Capoletti backs it out. Frederick left open for 3, and Ainsley knocks it down. Her second 3 of the day. She's into double digits now with 10. Rusk picks up her dribble, guarded closely by Davis. Into the corner now, that ball right through the hands of signs, and it'll belong to middle. .333 remaining in the third. Panthers basketball operating with this big lead. Davis goes to collect. Stolen away from behind by Mulligan. Mulligan on the move. Ooh, and she's fouled by Davis, who did well to not go head first into that back wall. Kind of pulled her head back at the last second. So she pops up. She's all right. And it'll be free throws here for Molly Mulligan. Mulligan off on the first, as the senior is still searching for her first point of the night. 2 changes here for Haddonfield. Langold back into the lineup. Second free throw, no good. Rebound by Farrow. Other player checking in is Ella Miller for Haddonfield. So an empty trip there for the Bulldogs. Capoletti back the other way. They swing it near side. Frederick, top of the key. Capoletti left open for 3. Can't hit that one. Farrow, another rebound. She's been all over the place tonight on the offensive and defensive glass. Capoletti crossover. Gets it out to Powell. Farrow nearly taken away. Over to Frederick. Drives baseline. Baseline floater. And she drew the contact. So the junior, Ainsley Frederick, will go to the stripe to shoot a pair. Frederick is good on the first. Ella Leahy checks in for Farrow. And Izzy Miller set to check in as well for the shooter Frederick, if she can hit the second. Long on the second, and the rebound corralled by the Haddons. Miller with the rebound there. Ahead, Gavayan drives, floats, doesn't get the roll. And she was the last one to touch it. So now that change will be made. Izzy Miller checks in for Frederick. Rusk back into the lineup for Molly Mulligan. Capoletti to her left, gets the step, floater in the lane, and the soft touch from the senior Abby Capoletti. So she is now in double digits with 10. Skip pass, Gavayan, guarded closely by Miller. And that pass is stolen away. Reagan Powell on the move. Powell off the other way, gets it to go, and one. So Powell with a chance at the three-point play and a chance to get to double digits as Middle continues to pull away here. Change here for the Haddons. Laney Barnes back into the lineup. And Powell completes the three-point play. So 3 players now in double figures for Middle. Frederick, Powell, and Capoletti. Balanced scoring again tonight for the Panthers, as the lead is nearly 30. Gavayan, step back. She'll try a 3. Way off the mark. Offensive rebound by Barnes. Top of the key, Rusk, pump fake. Top of the key, Barnes. Nearly taken away by Capoletti. Haddon's able to gather it. Here's Gavayan again. Minute 30 remaining in the third. Capoletti working against Barnes. Tough pass, nearly taken away, but Gavayan ends up with an open 3. Nearly banked it in. Poked out to the corner. They're going to say last touched by Powell. It will stay with Haddonfield. Two more changes now as John Leahy goes a little deeper into his bench. This will be Allie Nagel, a junior, and the freshman Casey Day into the lineup for the first time, as seniors Powell and Capoletti get a breather. Poked away by Davis. It'll stay with Haddonfield. Signs with it, working against Casey Day. Three on the way from the left wing, way off the mark. All glass that time. Gavayan gives it up. Gets it back now, drives. Poked away by Day, gets it back on the deck. Good hustle down there. Haddons keep possession. 40 seconds remaining here in the third. And they're going to get Day on the foul there. They'll say before the act of shooting. So her first, that is Middle's fourth foul. Players lining up the line, but the officials say it was before the shot. So baseline out of bounds here for Haddonfield. Poked away by Izzy Miller. And the Haddons will have to do it again. Into the corner. Again, good defense from Day against Gavayan. Three on the way from the corner. That one too strong. Nagel, the box out. Had it for a moment, still fighting for it. She hits the deck. I'm going to say she traveled. So another baseline out of bounds. 17.5 seconds for the Haddons to work with here. A little bit of trouble getting this one in, and it's a 5-second count. So it'll turn over to the Panthers. Some time ticking off the clock there. I doubt either team will complain. So 17.1 seconds now. Day trying to get it across. Lost it. Last touch, though, by Haddonfield. Day to inbound, 10 seconds for Middle to work with, into Nagel. Miller over to Day, turns in the corner, 5 seconds, gives it away. Gavayan off the other way, has to hurry, gets the shot off, and goes over the backboard. So we head to the fourth. Middle Township 8 minutes away from a return trip to the South Jersey Group 2 final. Panthers rolling 43-14. Middle Township Athletics live streams are being brought to you by ULMER'S Appliance Repair, by 7 Mile Pies, by the Bellevue Tavern, by Haven House, by CORRADO Painting, and by MENZ Coastline Realty. Middle Township Athletics live streams are being brought to you by Victorious Boutique in Cape May, Amanda Milstead, Sotheby's International Realty, Penn Jersey Building Materials, Sue White Hub International Insurance, and by Panthers in Action. Fourth quarter about to begin here in Cape May Courthouse. Mike Frankel on the call with you as Middle Township tries to put the finishing touches on a South Jersey Group 2 semifinal win over Haddonfield. Starters back on the floor for middle. Guessing for just a little bit of burn here in the fourth, as this game could become a running clock here at some point. Triple teamed his pal and fouled. So obviously the first team foul, the fourth. Farrow gets it in the corner. Frederick back to Capoletti. Passes to Farrow, out to Frederick. Three on the way. That one is short. Tipped by Rusk, and then she gathers it in the corner. Good hustle there from Chloe Rusk. Gavayan off the other way, and now a block is called. They're going to say on the floor. They'll go against Farrow. For Farrow, it's her second personal foul, first team foul. Over to the wing, this is Rusk. Into the corner now, Kadar. Back to Rusk, good slip, and then blocked by Robinson, and Maya touched it last. Mulligan to inbound, gets it in, signs the high arcing three, and that one goes. Her first points of the night for Avery, 43-17. Capoletti has it. To her left. Whips a pass to Robinson. Thought about a three, now she drives. Cut off by Rusk. Foul will go against Chloe Rusk. That'll be her fourth, I believe. And it's a shooting foul, so Robinson to the line to shoot a pair. Maya short on the first. Olivia McKenna checks in for the first time for Gavayan. Second free throw coming here for Maya Robinson. She's got 7 points so far here tonight. Robinson, one of the key players in that Cape Atlantic League tournament championship win over Wildwood Catholic. She had a team high 16 that day. One of her better performances of the season when it mattered the most. Turned away inside by Powell. Frederick off the other way. Now she'll slow it a bit. Dribble handoff, Capoletti. And she ran out of real estate, stepped on the sideline. So the Panthers turn it over. Leonard back into the lineup. This is Kadar on the wing, picks up her dribble at the elbow. Mulligan. Over to Signs, back top of the key. The drive, the kick, Kadar for three, and she hits. Marlena Kadar's first bucket of the night. So this one out of reach, but Haddonfield still battling. Down by 24, we're under 6 to go now in the fourth. Frederick looking for Robinson, and Robinson started to cut, so it's another turnover for the Panthers. This is Leonard. skip pass. Signs, thought about a three. Instead, she goes to Molly Mulligan. Back to the basket at the top. Now she turns. And timeout is taken by Haddonfield. Looks like it'll be a 30-second timeout. Nope, they make it a full timeout. So the clock stops with 5:20 remaining here in the fourth. Middle Township on top 44-20. Action brought to you by the Bellevue Tavern in Cape May Courthouse, located at 9 South Main Street in historic downtown Cape May Courthouse. The Bellevue Tavern is open for lunch and dinner and is also ready to host your next private party. ULMER'S Appliance Repair for all of your household appliance repair needs. Call ULMER'S Appliance Repair at 609-368-4444. PENN Jersey Building Materials is your South Jersey home for concrete and concrete accessories. PENN Jersey offers a variety of products for both the professional and do-it-yourselfer. Locations throughout New Jersey are easily accessible, and new products are introduced weekly. Visit penn-jersey.net for more information and a list of their locations. CORRADO Painting is an MTHS alumni owner-operated company with talented long-term employees known for their attention to detail and clean work environment. Since 2009, their courteous and professional painters have been servicing residential and commercial clients in Cape May County. Call 609-602-7807 for further information. Rusk for three. That one won't go. Farrow another rebound. Just keeping track of points up here, but she's got to be in double digits in the rebounding department tonight. Robinson. Haddonfield trying to double where it can right now. Good patience here from the Panthers. Farrow in the corner. Up top, Capoletti. To Robinson. Robinson. Powell, stop and pop in the lane, left that one short. Farrow comes crashing in, and that'll be a loose ball foul on her. Third personal on Farrow, team second. So the clock stops again with 4:43 remaining. And now a foul away from the play here. It'll be against Farrow again. And now the official's going to have a conversation with John Leahy about it. So it looks like that'll be it for Sarah Farrow. She's got the 4, but... And they actually called another intentional foul. Let's see. Technical foul, I beg your pardon. So this will be Mulligan to shoot 2. So Molly with her first point of the night. Trying to get clarification if it was a personal and a technical on Farrow or just the tech. Would be the difference between her fouling out and her having 4 right now. Not sure John Leahy's going to go back to her anyway at this point, so it might not matter. So 1 of 2 there for Molly Mulligan. Olive Fuller into the lineup for the first time. So Haddonfield's got a pretty deep roster, and I believe every player now has seen the floor here tonight, if not pretty close to it. So everyone getting some burn on the road here. Another 3 on the way, high arcing shot out of the hands of Signs. Pulled down the rebound by Davis. Capoletti ahead, Robinson too strong. Powell back up, can't get it to go. Robinson just kind of flings it over her shoulder, still loose down there. And stepping out of bounds that time was Fuller. So kind of the only complaint for Middle tonight is that things have not looked great in this fourth quarter with the game in hand and the starters on the floor. Just 1 point before that bucket there off the feed from Capoletti to Lexi Davis. So Davis now with 4, and it's Middle's first field goal of the fourth. Haddonfield actually winning this quarter so far with mainly Middle starters on the floor. But again, this game well in hand. Drive here by Fuller, kicks to the corner. Smith Kocher also into the lineup, wearing number 4. Mulligan on the drive, tough shot, good defense on the back end there by Davis. Capoletti pushing, now she'll slow down for a beat. Kicks it over to Frederick, and that pass was low and outside, another turnover. Hannah O'Neill checks in. Sophomore returns to the lineup as Frederick heads to the bench. KERR left open for 3. Can't hit. Good box out again. O'Neill with the rebound. Head to Capoletti. Robinson. O'Neill gets a touch as we approach 3 minutes to play in the contest. Capoletti, step back 3. That one off the mark. Gavayan the rebound. Gavayan step back 3. Good defense from Reagan Powell that time. Robinson with the rebound. Davis over to Capoletti. Up top, one more. Reagan Powell from downtown, can't hit. Gavayan another rebound. Changes coming for both teams at the next whistle as we approach 2 minutes to play in the game. Into the corner, Mulligan tries to dump one down low to KERR. Didn't have the right angle. And now it looks like the starters will be done for the night for middle. As Capoletti, Robinson, Powell all exit along with Davis to a nice round of applause from the home crowd here. So major changes as Leahy, Nagel, Miller, and Day check back in. Miller on the drive, picks it up, gets it out top to Leahy, and Nagel couldn't catch that one cleanly. Had it roll off her foot. Mulligan on the floor here for Haddonfield. She has it. Here's Rusk with the basketball. Gave it up to KERR in the corner. Right back to Rusk. 1:30 remaining. Kocher in the far corner. Tried to dump it down low, did KERR. Taken away by Casey Day, and then she traveled. So a nice ovation for some of the Haddonfield starters as they exit. KERR checks out along with Mulligan and Rusk. As it looked like the playoff run will come to an end here for Haddonfield on the road. A couple of South Jersey Group 2 playoff wins, but tasked just a little too much against top-seeded middle here tonight. Nagel the rebound on the far side. She's tripped up a little bit, able to keep her dribble. Being hounded by Tumulty. Here's Day now. We're under a minute to go. Day up top to Leahy again. Panthers content to burn some clock here. So Middle Township will advance to the South Jersey Group 2 final as the Panthers seek their 4th straight South Jersey Group 2 championship. Again, that game tentatively set for 5 o'clock on Friday. And we'll add the action for you. It'll be Middle Township, the #1 seed, against the #2 seed Cinnaminson. Haddonfield close enough to draw this 5-second count. So Middle has to move it around a little bit more, and Day will dribble it out. So not a great fourth quarter for Middle. Doesn't matter. Middle scores just 3 in the fourth and still cruises in this one. 46-21 your final, as the Panthers, as we mentioned, advance to another South Jersey championship game. Middle moves to 25-4 overall. Haddonfield ends the season with a mark of 21-9. Final scoring totals for Middle Township, another balanced night, as Frederick leads the way with 11. Capoletti had 10, Powell with 10, Maya Robinson with 8, Davis with 4, Leahy with 3. In the loss for Haddonfield, Gavayan with 6, Corbett with 3, Kadar with 3, Signs with 3, Rusk with 5, and Mulligan with 1. For Ethan Lees on our camera tonight, I'm Mike Frankel saying so long from Cape May Courthouse. We will talk to you on Friday night for the South Jersey Group 2 final. Middle Township advances past Haddonfield. They'll play Cinnaminson for the title on Friday. Have a good night.